When it comes to the startup culture, India is on a boom. There are hundreds of accelerators and incubation programs that are working towards getting these startups off the ground. So right now here we are at Nexus, a cohort program organized by the US state government.
For our goals for the startups, it really depends on each startup itself. So for some it may just be getting from their research and development and getting to an actual prototype and doing a beta test with a customer. For others that were more advanced, it may be actually getting funding from an angel or a grant or even a VC. For a third, it may be getting international partnership or some distribution or agency agreements, increasing their customers from X to 10X.
Youth unemployment issues, which is rising and global issues as well. So I think if government or the corporate are not able to create job, why not create a job creator? So that's the reason why I started iHub.
Absolutely, governments have to play a role. Academia, industry, and government have got to work together. There's obviously a huge role for industry. A lot of innovation comes from industry, but there are many innovations that are early that they're just not ready for a market play, for somebody to be able to bring that to market and make it profitable, to make it sustainable. So this is a place where governments play a huge role. Governments also play a role in setting a level playing field, making sure that big companies and small companies have an equal chance, that patent law is done in a good way. One thing that I think people miss is when you talk about government participation, they think of it as government either being in or out. And the reality is there's a continuum.
What I've noticed around the world is government wants to promote and catalyze entrepreneurship. It is best suited in that. When it tries to control it or try to overfund it, it allows startups to not rely on private sector and their own ability to sell, but on their ability to write grants.
The role of the government in a startup ecosystem or any other ecosystem is to facilitate, is to provide the platform. They're not there to spoon feed us and give us everything that we need.
It is a big challenge. There are too many startups in India, but it seems that the government infrastructure is stopping them from succeeding. Despite of all of this, we did talk to some startups who have made it big, but they are facing a lot of challenges. Let's see what they have to say.
One thing, if we are a private limited company, we are doing the same kind of filing as a big company does. So that is one of the things I would like that government should address for the startups. And secondly, the grants and all those things, they take a lot of time, maybe 1 year or maybe 1.5 years to materialize. So that's a long time for a startup.
Process in getting a patent in India is quite a lengthy process. Like if I compare with US, Europe or any other country, India process is a pretty much lengthy process. It takes around 4 to 5 years to get a grant for a patent.
There isn't a doubt that a lot of effort is being made to enable these startups to succeed. But the Government of India officials have to come out of their high offices and really interact with these startups and understand the problems that they are facing. Otherwise, this scheme of a startup culture would just stay a dream and no implementation would happen on the ground and we would never become the change makers. This is Rinda Agarwal for Democracy News Live, reporting from New Delhi.